The species we're looking at here is Taxus baccata, and that is the yew tree. Taxus is the word for toxic, and baccata means bearing red berries. The best place to locate yew trees if you're looking for samples is in graveyards. They're planted there quite a lot. They have such a long lifespan. You're talking hundreds and thousands of years for yew trees to mature. And that's why they're not really planted commercially, because it takes such a long time for them to mature. Although individual species, when they are cut, the timber is absolutely amazing. Now, Taxus baccata is the common or European yew tree, and that is native here in Ireland. But in addition to that, in 1767, George Willis, he was a farmer in Fermanagh. He walked the Quilca Mountains and he came across two saplings or two little seedlings, and he brought them back down to his landlord. His landlord was Lord Mountflorence. He was the first Earl of Enniskillen. He planted one of the seedlings, and George Willis planted one in his garden. And they are what we refer to as Taxus baccata fastigiatus. This is also known as the Irish yew tree. And when you look at the Irish yew, you'll always notice that it's very columnar shaped, so it's kind of upward growth, sort of like a beehive hairstyle, really, really straight up. And the two trees that were found in Fermanagh were female trees, so you can't propagate them from seedlings. You have to take cuttings from them to keep that vertical or upward shape of the Irish yew tree. If you take seedlings from, if you take seed from them and you actually plant it, it'll originate back to the common yew tree. So every single tree that you will see throughout the world of the Irish yew tree, and it's planted all over the world in churches all over the place, they've all been taken from the two trees that you'll find in Fermanagh. Now, so the important bit for yourselves is how to identify the yew tree. And as you can see from the photo here, the leaves are very flattened, number one. And the second thing, you can see a line down through the center of the leaf here. That would be another feature of it. They're very soft and they're dark black color, usually between 1 to 4 centimeters long. And you will note that the needles, see the way that they're alternating over and back, so they're not opposite each other. The needles alternate over and back down through the stem, as you can see. Another very important feature, as you will see, is that the stem is always kind of a green color as well, in comparison to other conifers that would have more brown colored stems. Now, we do know that the yew tree is a very primitive species in comparison to other conifer species that have cones. The yew tree, their seed is held within this beautiful scarlet coloured fleshy cup shaped aril, and it's basically what you're looking at there is the outside of the cup. It's kind of like an extra layer or an extra coat around the seed. And you can see here, this is the seed in the background. It's one big seed. That's basically what is there. Again, it is a distinguishing feature of the yew tree. And when we talk about the seed and this part of the tree, it's extremely toxic to animals. And the yew tree, you'd never really plant it around the farm because it's just so toxic. It actually kills animals. The birds are not affected by it, so it still is a useful wildlife species, but I wouldn't recommend planting it on the farm unless it's somewhere where animals won't get near it. So it is a handy nesting site. Best of luck IDing you.